I'm constantly checking for bugs now, because today I actually found 2 mealybugs in this area. Those plants are in quarantine. It was on 2 different plants. So I'm just checking everything, just making sure that it doesn't spread. I don't want to shut down this whole garden again. I just got started and oh, look at my corn. It's so beautiful. But anyway, my name is Christopher. Welcome to my grow room. I'm going to show you my green grow box, my salad bar, just nibbling on this thing the whole day. Starting off with this one. It's part of the garden, but I didn't have space, believe it or not. This is Mizuna. It's an Asian green, taste-wise, a cross between mustard greens and arugula, I would say. Kang did a beautiful video about this, and it is really yummy. So I highly recommend this. I want to try to grow it outside, but it turns out this is one of the most beautiful greens I've ever grown inside. Well, except this one. Well, it's not exactly a green. This is more herb. This is my basil, and I grow this every single year, and I've been making a couple of videos on it, and it just seems like this is something that I am really good at. I'm gonna clap myself on the back. I know how to grow basil indoors. Let's just put it that way. Well, when I say me, I'm talking about my grow lights and my nutrients and my everything. I'm just the dealer. I don't know. I'm not well into street lingo, so yeah, it's beautiful, and we're cutting from it all the time. We're constantly eating from it, and there is no way we could out-eat the growth of this thing. So yeah, let's just switch over to the grow box, and I'll show you some of the treats we have growing inside here. And my whole family is snacking on this, so just hold on, I'll turn you around. Ah, isn't this just a beautiful sight? It's not every day that you can see a full grow box filled with greens inside in the winter time. Especially here in Norway in the middle of February. It's dark outside, it's cold outside, and there's a lot of snow, to say at least. And this is just phenomenal for me, and this really brings joy to me and my family. So yeah, enough nostalgia. Okay, first of all, there's a task for you. I would like you to pause the video and go down into the comment section, and this is first row, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. And I would like you to name what I'm growing here, and it would be fun to see if somebody could get everything correct. There's a couple of things here that might be a little bit difficult, but I'm sure some of you will nail the pin on the head. So yeah, do that now and come back and I'll show you more. Okay, so you have told me what I'm growing, and now I'm going to tell you. First row is arugula. It is my favorite green, to be honest. I love growing it, and I love eating it, especially eating it. It's just, oh, it's so good, and it's peppery, and it has so much flavor. And I really feel that most of the lettuce types are a little bit too bland for me. They really don't give me the kick that I really want in a green. So arugula, definitely a keeper. Next row, this is Swiss chard, and I'm growing a red variety. I don't know the name of it. To be honest, there's so many names for the red variety, but it's a nice one, and it's going to grow tall and be a beautiful plant that we can harvest a lot from in the coming weeks. Third row, this is of course spinach, and just look at these leaves. They are they are getting large to see, at least. It's a beautiful plant, and I'm always I've been growing it indoors a few times, but outdoors it tends to bolt for me really often, really soon in the summertime. But in here, under harsh grow lights and temperatures at, I think I'm having 28, 29 degrees Celsius in here in the daytime, and that's really hot, so I would expect it to bolt, but it seems to put out just regular leaves. So I'm not sure why. It's definitely something that I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting with, because it's quite interesting. This one, it doesn't look the way it's supposed to look, and that's just because it's planted way too dense, and I didn't really thin it out. And the reason for that was I wanted to make a time lapse, which is in this video somewhere in the beginning or the end, I don't know, but it's there. And it's bok choy. It's growing too dense, but it's a beautiful plant also, and it's really good. If you stir fry the leaves, they are so nice. It has kind of a kale taste to it, and it's something that I and my wife, of course, really enjoy. Okay, the next one. I don't know if you can see them. Wow, look at this. We're growing radishes. Wow. I've been picking a couple and have been eating them for lunch at the home office. And they are so sweet and peppery. And the thing about growing your own radishes is that when you pick them out of the soil and you just eat them fresh, they are so much more juicy than the ones that you buy at the store, because they have had time to dry out. But these ones are just, they are to die for. I really like that. And I'm always getting the seeds in the ground outside every single year, and I'm trying to grow radishes in the beginning of the season because I really love it. But I wanted to try it indoors now to see if it was possible to get some decent sized bulbs. And for sure, these ones are actually the size that I would want to eat them. They will of course grow bigger. But I really experimented with this, and I planted them really dense to see how that would work indoors. And it seems to have little to no effect on them. These are just phenomenal. I'm super proud of this. Okay, the next one. This is carrots. Yep, I'm growing carrots indoors. Well, they're not too much of carrots yet, but hopefully. I don't know if they will turn into carrots. But if they do, I will let you know. The reason why I grew carrots is there's two reasons for it. The first is that, of course, it would be fun to see if I'm actually able to grow carrots indoors. I'm going to thin them out a little bit later, but I'm just curious to see if that's at all possible. I think it is. So if I give it enough time, probably I will get carrots. But I also grow them for the greens, because I really enjoy eating the carrot greens. It tastes like a mild carrot taste. And also they are delicious in any salad and in so many of the meals that you would normally like the flavor of carrots, which is almost anything. So yeah, it's an experiment, and I'm gonna see how well this will do. But this is the grow bed. There's nothing too fancy about it. I feed it organic fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. There's links down below if you want to check that out. And also I have a mix of my own compost. This is actually, I used all the compost that I made in this grow room the last 2 years. I used in this bed, also combined with a lot of cocoa coir. And also some store-bought compost. The indoor compost is only from scraps that I take out from the grow room, and I have been having them in a big container and slowly composting it down, not adding any water or anything. It's just taking the time to decompose, and slowly over a year or a year and a half, it has turned into beautiful compost. So the bed is filled with that, and hopefully the plants are enjoying it. It looks like it. And maybe just for those who are curious about lighting, people are always asking about lighting, and I really understand that. I just take it I take it as a given, because I have a lot of grow light and I never really think about it too much anymore. But people are interested, and of course I'm interested also. This is the grow light that I'm using. I could probably turn the camera around if you give me 2 seconds. This is the light panel that I'm using for it. It's got 4 panels, separate panels of about 100 watts each, so it's about 400 watts total. And this is something that I made myself. I welded the frame, and I also designed and made the grow lights for it. And it's working really phenomenal. I have it just a simple dimmer there. It doesn't look too nice, but it works perfect. And yeah, I can dim it down, and for my greens like these, I don't want to keep it too bright, so I tend to just dim it down a little bit, and yeah, just go through the cycle with it. So it's a fun project. I made it myself, and yeah, I got a lot of questions about lighting, and there's definitely more to come in the future. I have some other exciting panels on the way. This is a horticulture lighting group panel that I just recently got, and there's going to be more videos about it for those who are interested in grow lights. Okay, this is Christopher saying may the force be with you and your garden, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!